Hi, this is Doc David Gawain, and I'm going to share with you how we can start off using our laser for phenomenal results. So here's a Q1000, and this is the NG version. So I'm going to press the button once in order to kind of lock it on, and you'll see a little green light. And then I'm going to press it on mode 1. Now we're going to go to one of the points that is brilliant to do first when you're working with someone. So we'll look, and if you're looking at the person, look for which cheek is the fattest. Or we can actually just put it on one of the cheeks, or in this case, the TMJ area. Now I move it, and it actually, when I put it directly on the skin, it's sticky, which tells me in the world that I have lower voltage there, and you'll see in a little bit that it will become less sticky. So this is the first point, and that's the TMJ. And in your manual, it might talk about doing it for 6 to 8 breaths, but I like to do it at least 6 to 8, or maybe even half, or even a full 3-minute cycle. Or, as Dr. Lytle and I both would do it, we would do it to the person then takes a deep breath, like you just saw and I did. Now the next great place is then under the pterygoid. Oh, but by the way, when we do the TMJ, when we clench down, that causes blood flow restriction to our brain and the rest of our body. When we do it under the pterygoid, this muscle goes down around here, and when that relaxes, it's amazing how also ligaments and tendons and the string that's all the way down actually loosens up a little bit. And now you're gonna see me. Here I am. I call it a thank you Jesus moment, or just a thank you moment. So that feels good. Now the next place that we would put them would be on the high shoulder, or in my case, I'm going to put it here. Now if we put it directly on the skin, this is actually a lung part, and I'm going to move it, and boy does it stick right in the spot that we highlight in the manual as a good place to go. And it's called the lung meridian. So if we put it on the lung meridian, guess what happens? It adds extra energy to that system. I'll do it for 6 to 8 breaths, or I'll do it for 1.5 minutes, or I'll do it till the person takes this big breath, like I just did. And then when I do that, typically what happens is then both shoulders kind of come down a little bit. Then we would go to the back part, and in my case, I'm really tight right here. And how do I know? Well, the way that I use the laser is I put it on the skin, and wherever it sticks directly on the skin, that's the place that is saying, hey, I want some more attention there. So I'll put it there, and then I'll kind of let it go for a little bit. Go to the 6 to 8 breaths. Go to maybe half of a cycle, which is 1.5 minutes. Or in my case, there. Go to that big deep breath. And by the way, I work on it now, and now I'm sticking there less than it was earlier. The next place, whoop, the cycle's off, so that's 3 minutes. I'll press the button again, which restarts the 3-minute cycle. And we'll put it directly on the psoas, which is like right in here. Ideally, what would be fun? What? That's not the psoas. Okay, so I have a person who is much better at the physiology of the body than me, so she is helping me at this moment. So, okay, so I'm going to put it a little bit more. Okay, a little higher. There. Oh, and by the way, that feels better than where I was putting it. And guess what? If you don't get the right spot, don't worry. Just move it to the next best place. There, you see that breath. And then the next place would be the high hip. And if we put it directly on the area, I'll move it, and in my case, right there, it sticks. So for every person, it could be a little different, or a little different sticky area. And that's a great way to tune someone up quickly. Or if you have someone in a great deal of stress, and you want to help them, or you would like them to have the experience of, hey, there's really something to this laser, that's all we have to do. Take the Q1000, put it on the TMJ. And if you really want to get some stuff, then go to the other side, TMJ. Relaxes the muscles here. More blood flow goes to the brain. Then we do pterygoid underneath right here. In the manual, also there's ways to check which one might, we call it the ouchie effect. You know, you do it, you ouch, ouch. Well, that's where we want to go, and then we'll put it on that space. And then in a period of 30 seconds, minute, minute and a half, 3 minutes, we'll go back and touch that, and we won't ouch as much, so we know that effect has happened. Or in our case, in my case, right there, I stick less, and now I can really move it up there, and there's less or no ouchie. Then I'm going to put it right on that alarm point of the lung, in my case, right there. Ah, boy, that makes a difference. You can probably see my countenance change a little bit on the video. Ooh. See, here I haven't had my lasering for, just flew in from Dallas, Fort Worth, here down to Florida, and I haven't lasered since I've been here. And then I'll put it on the high shoulder, right there. In my case, I'm going to the place where it sticks the most. If it doesn't stick, then guess what? Don't worry about it. That's good. So I'm moving it, still sticking there, so I'll go to it sticks less, 6 to 8 breaths, a minute and a half, or when the pain or ouchie subsides. Yeah, now I can move it pretty easy. Cool. Then I'll go to the, whoop, there we are, 3-minute cycle. I'll move it directly. Am I in the right spot? Yeah, I got the okay from the physiologist in the back, camera woman. Thank you. And wow, by the way, if you're energetic, I'm a kind of a sensitive kind of guy. I can just feel the energy kind of permeate down. And some people, even when they think they're not sensitive, they may feel that. So you just say, yeah, it's opening up. It's good stuff. All right. Whew. And then again, I'll do the high shoulder. I mean the high hip. And I'll move it. And in my case, you'll see a little skin, and that's the spot right there. By the way, we use the laser for tuning people up before an athletic event, or tuning them up literally before they go on to an opera or sing or dance or perform in front of a group or whatever. So we can use the laser to put it on the adrenals, to put it on other places in the body, which would help performance be at its best. So we'll talk about that in another video. So this is Doc David Gawain, coming from St. Petersburg. We'll talk to you soon.